Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to ChriswithaC. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, today is an awesome day. We are heading up to see the guys at Wheelspin Models. And yeah, this is a new car day. Now, full transparency here. This video is made possible by you, the viewers at home, and all the likes, all the shares and subscribes. And it kind of marks a little bit of all the hard work that's gone in on the channel and just, you know, epic, absolutely epic. Honestly, without you guys watching the video, it would be totally pointless. I'm off up to pick a new truck with the guys at Wheelspin. Majorly excited for this one. I'm not going to give you too many clues because I'm not sure whether I'm going to use the picture of the car in the thumbnail or I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but I'm going to take you on a bit of a time lapse. We're going to take a journey up. We'll go into the shop. I'll give you a quick scout around, show you. We'll have a quick chat with the guys behind the counter. And yeah, picking up a new truck. I want to say a huge thank you, guys. Honestly, totally humbled. Right, so I think the best thing I can do now is stop giving it all this, and we'll go for a journey now. And fingers crossed, we'll see you at Wheelspin. I'll see you in a sec. Stay awesome. Right guys, welcome back. Okay, we're in the car now. We're just waiting for my wife to finish work. I'm with Grace. Say hello, Grace.
Hello.
And we've also got Ralphie the dog. Say hello, Ralphie the dog. He's not going to say hello anyway. I'm going to put you on the time lapse now. We're going to head up to Cannock, see the guys in the shop. I am very excited, not going to lie. Big truck day. I'm really looking forward to this. I want to say, guys, I will put links in the description, obviously, to Wheelspin for you as well, to have a little look around. And there is in my playlist, last time myself and Rob went up to Wheelspin, I did a tour around the shop. I will do another little one in this one today. But if you want to have another look at the shop and some of behind the scenes, please do so. So I will put a link in the description for that as well. Right. Time lapse. I'll see you in Cannock. Right guys, 56 minutes away and quick fuel stop and then we'll carry on. We'll jump back on the road. Right guys, so we got the shop to ourselves. We've got Dom and Andy here. How are you doing?
I'm alright, my mate, how you doing?
Thank you very much for allowing me to come along. Right, so last time I came up here, obviously you were very busy, sat behind.
Yeah, absolutely, always nice to be busy.
Always busy guys, always busy. Right, I have come to buy a truck.
Superb, superb. What are you thinking?
Well, I haven't told them on camera yet, so...
Yeah.
No, the wife knows, she's good, she's good. Actually, it was her idea. So I've actually got a supportive wife, unlike some. So she's disappeared now. Right, I can say...
You say what you want now.
I can say what I want now.
When are they coming back, keep still.
Outcast EXB, please, sir.
Superb.
Suit you. I have looked at, obviously, at the Crate and 8 desk there, and I'm still very... I hope I've done the right thing. Busy, boys? How's your day been?
Busy. It's been busy.
Very busy.
Long day today. Always is on Saturday. Always
What's your name again?
Always nice. Keeps everything going.
How are you doing, bud?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Very busy day.
Very busy.
Yeah.
So Simon is off, I take it?
Yes.
Yes, right, okay. I'm going to stop the camera now, guys, because we're going to talk numbers, but we'll carry on in a second. Right, guys, so Andy's gone around the back to fetch the EXB. Are you there? There. Look at the size of the box.
Beast of a man.
Oh, I'm very excited about this,
Oh,
mate.
mate, you've no idea. Look at it. Fantastic. They're so good. So good.
They are good. I had the standard one, the original version.
Yeah.
And loved that a bit. Got rid of it because I didn't have anywhere to run it. And then 2 weeks later, found a new Bashbot that's absolutely massive.
And you went, oh, I know what will go wrong.
Yeah.
Superb. Honestly, they are so good, but you're right, you need that space.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to realise, I think, that they're so big. You know, there's no wheels on this.
No.
You've got to put the wheels on afterwards. It's a monster, absolute monster.
And that's one thing I tried to explain on the videos as well, guys. This is not something you can buzz around your local park with a bunch of kids running around.
We do occasionally get people say that I'm just going to get it to run in my back garden, and we say, is your back garden Western Park? If it's not, then you're going to struggle a little bit, I think.
Thank you very much.
My friend, it's my absolute pleasure. As always. Lovely to have you. Lovely.
Guys, right, I will put a link in the description. I'm going to leave these guys go home because this is after hours.
After dark, Wheelspin after dark.
Wheelspin after dark. I will put a link in the description, obviously, to the shop. And also remember, obviously, they do the raceway upstairs.
Wheelspin Raceway, racing on Monday nights, and then we've got practice all day Saturday. Superb.
Thank you very much. Right, awesome. Right, back on the road.
6.5 hours later.
Right, guys, so we are back at the house now. As you can see, the Arrma Outcast 8S BLX EXB. This is the version 2, the RTR, so the latest variant of this truck. They've done some few subtle changes to it, and yeah, I think it's going to be an absolutely awesome truck to run around in some of the areas. Now, to kind of put this out there, as I mentioned, this is totally down to you guys, and obviously all the work that we've put in the channel. It's been funded by the channel. I want to say a huge thank you to my wife for being patient as well. She, this was actually her idea to go and get this, because she spotted me looking at it and said, just go and get it. If this is what you want, go and get it, because opportunities like this don't often come around. So here it is, guys. Now, just to kind of clarify, I did have the Outcast previously. Yes, it was upgraded and stuff, but the issue I had is I didn't really have the kind of area to run my truck. And yeah, now I've got the areas, guys. Yeah, we've now got the king of the 8Ss for me. I like the Creighton, as you've probably seen in the footage. Huge thank you to Wheelspin for having me there as well. Andy, you're absolutely awesome guy. But there's something about the Outcast body. I think the Outcast body is just kind of that next level. It's one of the nicest bodies on any basher, in my opinion. As you know, I've had several Outcasts. I also had the 8S version 1 with a few upgrades on, so and this EXB body is absolutely awesome looking. Right, so that's the front, obviously, cover art on the front of the vehicle. Then on the side of the box, guys, obviously you've got what's included, obviously just some information. We'll go over that in a moment. Some of the improvements on the truck is one of the main things. So if you look on there, what they have done is upgraded the turnbuckles, the shock shafts. The bracing system is obviously they've changed that EXB front mount. Obviously the 7075 chassis, the upgraded, I say upgraded, it's a new style body. Full metal gears all the way through. I did like that on the previous version. The gearing, when I've dipped into it, is really stout. Now, one thing to notice here is they're now rocking these big block tyres. So obviously this was the previous version, and as you can see, what they've done is it is a larger wheel with more tread pattern, a little bit like the 4S Outcast kind of pattern, really, as opposed to what was on the previous one. And one thing they were kind of proud of on this iteration was changing up the shock shafts. Now, I will confirm on my previous version I did bend the shock shaft, so quite important that. As you can see, the difference between the gearing, it is spiral cut gears, so that is definitely a good thing. As opposed to obviously the 6S diffs. Now the 6S diffs, I don't particularly have many problems because obviously I shim them, but yeah, the 8S EXB differentials, the spiral cut hardened gears are really nice. Moving around to the side of the vehicle, as you can see, a little bit of box art, some specifications, stuff like that. It does come with a DX3 handset. I really like these, actually. I've got no issues with them at all. AVC works brilliantly. Again, just like the TSM. Arrma and Traxxas have done a great job with their kind of vehicle controls, so I've got no issues there. They've got this new Spectrum S6510 servo. Is apparently, according to them, 47% more torque, 15% bigger, and it's also 8.4 compatible now. So yeah, absolutely awesome that obviously they've upgraded that. Now I'm hoping that's going to hold up. We've got the V2 electronics in here, and that for me is a big welcome, because I'm a big fan of the kind of the murdered out ESCs, as I call them. I've got no issues with them. They work really well. I am going to be updating it to the latest firmware as well. A huge 5687 1100 kV brushless motor with a huge fan on there as well. And then obviously it gives you a little bit of information, something about smart technology, that sort of thing. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to put the truck on the table. I am trying to beat, I don't know if you can see this, I'm trying to beat the weather here, because the weather here in the UK has been a little bit shocking, but it may be that I might have to finish off the unboxing in the workshop. I'm hoping to try and crack on. Right, I'm going to get the car out, we'll have a little look what comes with it and go from there. Right, okay, so on the table, guys, is the contents of what you're going to get in your box with your EXB version 2 RTR. We're going to go over that in a second, but just kind of resorting back to the box art. I didn't show you this side. So basically the wheels are brand new. They're what they call big block backflips, so a new design altogether. And there's some little details about the truck. Obviously they're giving you 4685 the previous motor, and that was a 5687. 10% more torque, 21% bigger than the previous 4685. Obviously then they're showing you the specs with the servo, some more details which have gone over previously, and then obviously going through some of the specifications of the truck. 7075 T6 chassis, heavy duty front bumper, durable steel drive shafts, heavy duty drivetrain, really sort of tough bulky. EXBs are, you know, that's what they're for, extreme bash. Whether I'll be sending it to the moon is another thing. Obviously, as you know, I don't normally jump that high, but I've always wanted one of these. So we'll go through, we'll unveil the body in a moment, but we'll go through quickly what comes with this. So these are the big block tires, as you can see, redesigned, so they are bigger, and they've got a different tread pattern on this wheel as opposed to the previous ones, so you actually get more kind of side grip there. They are larger, and what I do like about the Arrma wheels are obviously they're metal reinforced inside as well, so obviously to deal with the 24mm hexes, so that obviously is a good thing. But I really like backflips. I've got several pairs on different trucks now, and I've never really had an issue with them. They've always been spot on, from the 6S up to the 8S. The 4S I wasn't particularly fussed on. They have a tendency of breaking, but yeah, 6S and upwards, they've been absolutely awesome. You also get this bag of spares. Well, I'll open that up in a moment, e.g. tools and stuff, and I really like the fact that Arrma have given you the 24mm, because I was looking at one of these actually on Amazon last night to see, and then I realised it's in the box. So yeah, nice that Arrma have included that. Again, telling you how to put the wheels on, what to use. I like the fact that they give you these QR code, obviously support cards now, on all your Arrmas. So essentially what you do is, if I can get it out because I've got no nails, is obviously there's your support card, and then you scan the QR code on the back, and that'll take you to the website. So that's cool. In there, obviously, you've got 4 AA's, some stickers. I'll open this all up in a moment. The handset is the DX3. Now, these I actually really like. Definitely prefer these over the SLT3, but obviously it's more expensive handset and does tend to come with stuff that needs AVC. You've got your smart battery level for those who are using the Spectrum batteries, your throttle limiter. Now this is kind of good, especially if you've got a truck this size and you want to kind of get used to this extra size. Obviously with this, you've got your throttle limiter, so you could hand it over to someone who's never used a truck this size, you know, 50, 75 and 100%. A little indication light giving you your status, where the handset, that sort of thing. AVC and steering rate, so it's a dual function knob, this one. It will obviously adjust your vehicle control as well as your steering rate. Brake rate, so obviously you can turn that up and down on the fly. Make sure obviously when you're using it you don't have it turned all the way down, guys. Ask me how I know, because I tell you, when I had my EXB version 2 6S, I did have an issue with that. Car went up in the air, I had no brakes, and turns out I'd accidentally turned the brake rate down. Steering trim, throttle trim, obviously you've got nice big foam grip, and you can actually one-handed drive with this one because of the size of the steering wheel, so that's cool. Bind button on the side, A and B buttons here for adjusting various things. There's good tension on the trigger and the brake. It does take 4 AA's. It's a shame, obviously, with this one you can't actually use a like a 2S lipo in there or something like that. So I am going to be using this handset on this car for the moment. It'd be stupid, really, just change it over to my Radio Link handset straight away. I'm just going to get some of this out on the table now, guys, and then I'll show you what's in the instructions and go through a couple of things and show you what's in with the accessories bag. Okay, so this is what you get in between the instructions and obviously the accessories. I do apologise if there is any wind noise, guys, because as I say, I'm fighting the weather. You've got your AA batteries, so obviously it's handy, obviously, especially with the handset. You've got some decals, obviously resembling towards what the car is. Your tech pack, so obviously I believe this is, yeah, so your tech pack is essentially shock parts, that sort of thing, exploded views of the differentials, showing you how to obviously take it apart, and then you've got an exploded view showing you all the parts. I love how Arrma does this, obviously splits it up from the instruction manual. Then obviously your instructions, I'm not going to go into it too much because obviously, but Arrma, very well illustrated, easy to kind of digest, so there's no issues there. Multiple languages, obviously there's your settings for your ESC. So as you can see, funny thing with it with Arrma, especially with the 8S trucks, it's either 6 volts or 8.4. So 8.4 is what we're going to be running at because we are running the better servo. I'll go through that at a later date because I am planning on doing a first use check video on this truck, guys, as well. So what we're going to do is check the differentials, check the ESC settings, make sure that the endpoints are set on the steering, update the ESC, that sort of thing, you know, just make sure everything's all done. You've got 24mm wrench there. Nice that Arrma have included that. Looks very stout, actually, to be honest with you. 2.5mm screws, nice big and chunky, so yeah, it's great that that's in there. Then you've got some hex drivers there, and obviously bolt keys, so obviously for parts on the car. Shock pistons, obviously, so you can tune your shocks front and rear. I've never really dived into this, guys. If you think it's worth me changing over shock pistons on the car, let me know in the comments for the boys who have actually got one of these. It does come with this 30-tooth speed pinion. I know a lot of the guys actually run these straight from the off. They don't reckon that they don't really have too many problems running speed gearing, but I will check. I probably will run it with the stock gear and start off, and then maybe at a later date change over to the 30-tooth. Mod 1 gearing, I believe. Yeah, Mod 1 gearing, and it is hardened steel. Comes with obviously the C-clip there, or the D-clip as Arrma calls it. Turnbuckle spanner, which I really appreciate because a lot of trucks I end up going looking for spanners, but 8mm, and obviously with the big bulky turnbuckles there, so that's handy as well. And you've got your circlip, what do you want to call them? Well, basically a circlip tool. Right, so get all this out of the way now, and then we'll dip into the car. Right, okay, so the bit I've been waiting for. Look at that body. I love, straight away, before we go any further, I love this kind of matte look going into the gloss, and then obviously you've got the EXB logos and stuff like that. Big tough looking front grille, obviously with these red halo lights. Big bumper on the front, and then yeah, that's badass. That is badass, guys. So straight away, love the design of the body. You've got this kind of matte looking, and then obviously gloss details all the way through. Nice big roof skids on there as well. Obviously you've got your captured body clips with these little supports underneath to stop you going through the body. Arrma Motorworks on the side. Outcast 8S. Love the detailing. Huge kind of skid bar, roll cage, that sort of thing. Depends what you want to call it. Obviously, these guys, if for anyone who doesn't know, why Arrma puts these screw heads in is if the car does turn over, rather than scraping along the plastic, you scrape along the screw heads first. So that's why they designed it like that. I did wonder previously when I first had my trucks. I was like, well, why, you know, why are they exposed the way they are? You could have them countersunk. So what Arrma did, and if you look on the wing as well, they've done exactly the same thing. Obviously, looking inside, as you can see, you've got the big shock absorbers, huge turnbuckles, 8mm, nice big stout rear hubs. Obviously 24mm hexes all the way around, and then I will do obviously some arty-farty pictures in a moment, guys, but to look at it, she is one beautiful truck. As you can see, you've got the IC5s poking through here. I know a lot of people change them out. I've never had a problem with IC5s. I think they're absolutely spot on, because I use EC5 batteries, and yeah, they work great. I've never had an issue. And there's one thing I will say with Arrma, I do prefer that, because obviously you're not kind of stuck in an ecosystem compared to Traxxas. Now, as you know, I'm not Traxxas hating. I've got two of the 8S trucks and absolutely love them. But I do like the fact that you obviously don't have no extra soldering or anything like that, and I can use my batteries, so that is a good thing. EXB on the wing. You've got a huge wheelie bar there, which is obviously bearing supported. So let's get the body off. So just popping the body off. There's plenty of videos of unboxings of this truck, guys, but for me, obviously this is my first time looking at it. But yeah, that body is absolutely awesome. Really, really love the look. Kind of reminds me very hooligan-esque sort of looking. I will probably shoe glue and scrim tape this one, obviously, because I want to try and keep the body as nice as I possibly can. Right, there's the truck, guys. Anyone who's obviously seen Big Red on the channel previously, is a lot of it is the same and a lot of it isn't the same. So EXB, guys, so obviously you've got the best of the best parts all the way through. That's obviously what the EXB design is all about. There are upgrades for these trucks, but you know, this is how Arrma ended it. Huge shock absorbers. I have noticed a little bit of leak in there, so I will check into that and obviously top up the shocks. It might just be from shipping, so there's a little bit of shock oil down there, which I'll clean up. Big spout front bumper. Obviously you've got the shock towers and the bulkheads. These are made out of composite, so I know some people do change them over to a metal bulkheads. I'm not sure yet, because I didn't have an issue with my previous one. Yeah, if you can see down there, guys, you have the new upgraded servo, the Spectrum S6510. Obviously more torque, more power. We're able to run this at 8.4 now, rather than obviously the previous version. Arrma only rated up to 6 volts. Pivot ball front hubs. Obviously, as you can see in CVDs in the front. These big stout, I think these are 7mm drive shafts. So this is a new update. Obviously they've updated the drive shafts, so there's less bending going on. The V2 Spectrum Black Electronics ESC. Now, again, I've used these. I'm still running one on my... sorry about that, guys. A call came through. Yeah, on my MT410, I'm still running one of the Spectrum ESCs. And yeah, it's absolutely fine. No issues at all, to be honest with you. Very programmable. Use the Spectrum program card, which I already have. So that's a good thing. I'm going to update the firmware, so they are firmware upgradable. You've got the huge Firma 1100 kV motor in there, which is the 5687. Very bulky. You've got the massive fan there as well, obviously, and the heatsink installed, which again, I love that with Arrma. Obviously they include a really kind of hefty heatsink in there. 7075 chassis, guys. so pretty damn tough. I love the extra detailing, obviously, for the batteries and stuff like that in there. Huge bearings to the from the output drives. They're captured on a CVD, so they don't actually fall out, so I love that. Typical bell crank and turbo saver arrangement on the steering. Now gearing wise, obviously I'm gonna run this with the stock pinion for now. You're gonna see how the car feels, and then maybe move it up to the speed gearing. There are a few subtle little things I've noticed. I want to keep this as stock as I can, as long as I can. All right, so if something breaks, I want to go through the 10-pack challenge, obviously, with this truck, just like I do with the rest of them. If something breaks, then maybe we'll look at upgrades, but I want to run this as, for stock as long as I can without having to upgrade everything. Let's move in the truck up. Obviously, this is the rear end. Now, they are heavy trucks, these guys, obviously, to be aware. This isn't for the faint-hearted. These are big vehicles, and they weigh a lot. Now, I've only got myself one of these pure because of the area I now run in, and I am aware that something like this isn't going to be for everyone. This is kind of a end goal scenario for me. I've always wanted a 8S EXB. And yeah, it was great that my wife kind of egged me on to go ahead and get one. So obviously they've done a lot of subtle changes here. The turnbuckles are definitely one of them. I know a lot of people have issues with these, the previous versions, so Arrma have updated that. Now the plan is, on the next video, what I am going to do here is I am going to dip into the differentials, make sure they're all full. I will make sure the shocks are all full. So previously a setup that I enjoyed in the Big Red was 1 million in the front, 20 million in the centre, and 500k in the rear. Now that does seem quite excessive, but yes, this is a big heavy 8S truck. As you can see, one of the updates they've done as well here is extra cap packs on the truck, obviously to help with the extra current draw, that sort of thing. Now I'm going to see how the wing mount lasts on this one, because I did fit Garage Life wing mount on my previous, and it did give me plenty of flex. I did like that, actually. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fit the wheels on the vehicle, put the body back on, and then I'll walk around the car and show you guys. But yeah, very happy. Huge thank you to Wheelspin for having me up there as well, guys, and working out a deal. There will be a link in the description where you can actually purchase this from Wheelspin, and obviously the typical Arrma sites. There you go, there's another EXB edition there. Obviously you've got the support, so it's nice. I know obviously with the spiral cut gears all the way through, that's going to be a big difference between this and the previous truck as well, so yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, body on, as I say, put the wheels on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at it, because I'm really excited about this. Really excited. I love the red detailing on the bumper as well. Yeah, it's the little things, obviously, within the EXB. They're very pretty trucks. Right, let's go ahead and get that done. There she is, guys, on all four wheels. So really happy with how it looks. It is so aggressive and mean looking, honestly. That kind of classic pickup truck, obviously, as well as the kind of stunt trucky look. You got faster, tougher written on the side. Such a beautiful looking thing. Now, as I say, I did notice some shock oil on the front, so that is something that I'm gonna have to get sorted out. And obviously I want to install some droop screws as well. Let's have a look at the front here. Well, awesome looking truck, eh? Awesome. Right, very happy. It's like end goal stuff. Let's take the body off one more time. There you go, guys. Bit of a better look with the detailing on the body. And then you got EXB logo in there. Obviously the little 8S Arrma badge with obviously the sun visor. Roll cage inside. Little electric. The emergency thing you'd have obviously for your turn off for your battery on a real truck. Little guard on the side here. Arrma Motorworks. And then Arrma in the chassis. Then bouncing back to the backflip big blocks. Beautiful looking thing. Epic. Welcome back, guys. Okay, so absolutely epic. What do you think? The Outcast 8S BLX EXB version 2 RTR. There's one big name, eh? Huge thank you to Wheelspin Models, obviously, for number one, obviously hooking me up with the vehicle. Like I say, I have purchased this with my own money, but what they did do, guys, is give me a little bit of a discount, obviously, to buy the vehicle. I want to say a massive thanks to my wife, obviously, for allowing me to just be me, basically, and go ahead and do these sort of things. And really supportive, and it was her idea there. She just said, well, I was looking at 2 trucks, see, and she just went, what about this one? And I looked there, I was like, really? And she said, go big or go home, love. And that's what we did. I've wanted one of these for ages, and I was gutted when Big Red went, because obviously I didn't have the area to run it. And she just said, look, if you're going to do it now. And then obviously concentrate on sorting out the family, this sort of thing then. Huge thank you to you guys at home, obviously, for watching all the videos. All the likes, shares and subscribes go on the channel, guys. It's truly epic. Without you, obviously, watching all the videos and the commenting and the community and the likes and the shares and everything else that goes on, and even obviously all my friends and all the people on my Facebook group and everything else, honestly, epic. Massive thank you. I'm going to be in the next video going through my first use checks on the Outcast now. The idea is what I'll do, I'll set the endpoints, sort out the ESC, update it, change some programming features, maybe obviously tune the differentials, sort out the shock, obviously top the shock up, and yeah, just enjoy the truck, guys. I mean, so you will see a lot more of this on the channel. This one is a keeper. It's not going anywhere, so don't expect it to leave. You know, I tried previously, obviously, to move cars about just to kind of keep the channel flowing. And there's certain trucks that I wanted myself personally that I want to kind of keep in my arsenal, and this was definitely one of them. It's just that kind of big badass kind of American looking vibe, and the whole murdered outlook is epic, absolutely epic. Fingers crossed the Welsh weather's going to sort itself out soon, and we can kind of get out and do a first run. It is wet, a little bit miserable at the moment, and yeah, just kind of in between showers and stuff and work. Until next time, guys, all I can ask for is obviously you keep liking, keep subscribing and keep sharing. It costs you nothing and means the world to me when you hit that subscribe button. Honestly, epic. Check the box for more videos. Stay awesome. I'll catch you later.